BRB Doing Disney explores a more mature side of Disney. We want to keep the magic alive for everyone for as long as possible. So before we dive into today's content, we want to make it clear that this podcast is intended for a mature audience. Our discussions often include adult themes, strong language, and a critical analysis of Disney's more complex elements, which could include peeking behind the magic curtain and may not be suitable for younger mouse ears. Listener discretion is advised.
The filthy
Cass explaining Christmas came from the pagans. Her sister was a witch.
And what was her sister, bro? The Wicked Witch of the East. Yeah.
Came down in a bubble.
Duh.
Telling me that I'm wrong.
Look at me here. Tell me that I'm wrong. Am I wrong?
Welcome back to BRB Doing Disney. We're your hosts. I'm Shanira.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Cass.
And we are so excited to have you guys joining us today. Let's dive into the magical chaos of another episode.
Merry Christmas. Happy December.
Happy New Year.
Not quite.
Merry
not
Hallow Thanksmas.
yet. Merry
We're
Christmas, Kwanzaa.
Really right in the middle of all of that.
Hanukkah,
It's Christmas, though. Let's be real.
Yeah. Hanukkah doesn't start until the 25th this year. You hit your butt. No, maybe not.
No, I didn't.
There you go. It just went real quiet. And I was
Oh.
like, oh,
No.
you're good. You're good.
Hanukkah begins on December 14th. Why does it say 2025? I didn't mean to Google 2025. I meant
Oh, I
to
was
Google
like, I
2024.
looked at it last night and it was definitely
Yeah.
2024.
December 25th through January 2nd.
I remember one year
It won't happen again for 11 years.
I'm going to say, yeah, I remember one year it was like up near Thanksgiving.
What determines the start of Hanukkah? Is it like
Pause, and I will tell you.
I know. I was
think
trying to
it's
Google it.
Lunar, I think.
It has to be the moons or something.
Apparently, sometimes it converges with Thanksgiving, and then it's known as Thanksgivica.
Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, the Hebrew calendar is based off of phases of the moon. So,
Oh.
Hey.
nice.
Hanukkah is considered a minor Jewish holiday when compared to important holidays like Yom Kippur and Passover. It's so weird to me that they consider Hanukkah a less important Jewish holiday. I didn't know that. I thought it was like a major...
I thought that's
I
holiday.
think Yom Kippur and Passover.
Passover, yeah.
Passover is like
are the big prominent ones. I honestly thought that Hanukkah was a big one. Now I want to watch New Girl because,
Oh.
you know,
Yeah.
because.
Just because. Because.
Oh, here we go. Still haven't seen it. It's fine.
I don't know how I feel about Wicked. I mean, no, I'll know how I feel about Wicked. I don't know how I feel about going and seeing the movie.
Yeah, I'll wait until it comes
I will
out.
go see it again. I would see it twice. I would see it
But then
3
there's a part of me
times.
that really wants to go and see it because I've been seeing, all the clips and stuff.
What am I hearing that's echoing?
Probably the mic down here.
Oh, is it a problem?
No,
I just keep hearing an echo. I'm like, oh.
you're hearing it through the
through the headphones.
through the headphones.
Yeah.
But it should go away now.
Okay.
They're muted.
I was like, what is happening? Okay. Have you guys seen the thing? And I don't know if it's actually like, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. The thing that's like Disneyland printed out and then Disney World.
Yes.
Yeah.
and
And
LA.
Land has the LA and World has the ORL.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't know if that's actually a thing or not, but
I think people
Now
are
that
trying
I've
to
seen
make
it,
it
I
a thing.
can't
I was
see
gonna
it.
say, I don't think it was a thing. I
don't
think
think
someone
so.
just observed it
Yeah.
and was like, look.
This is how you change, how you fix it, and
I
it's
know,
like
right?
it makes sense, but also
it does.
Uh,
All right. Well, are we good with pushing buttons? Are we?
yeah.
Sad, or
I'm just
we-
gonna sit here and mess around with stuff as we're talking.
Oh,
It'll be
okay.
fine.
We're wrapping it up for the year. 2024 is almost over. It's been a great year.
Fucking
For
wild.
us. A wild year. We all just listened to our Spotify
Yeah.
Wrapped AI like podcast. You want to talk about wild? That was a journey.
Stupid.
Also,
Stupid.
Google Photos gave me like a Wrapped for the year, which I thought was really interesting, and was like, here was your top cast. These were your top photos. These were the things that you liked, and your vibes, which my top vibe was chef's kiss. So clearly I take too many pictures of my food. But whatever.
Oh yeah, it was literally called Chef's Kiss.
Yeah. So we have a bunch of stats. We have a bunch of stuff that we're going through. I have all kinds of numbers and things just to kind of wrap up our year. But we can start with Disney news from this week. We went to the Living Seas. Was it last night? No, 2 nights ago. And the dolphins are gone, which apparently they announced in September, and I just totally missed. But they had 3 dolphins. They were all bonded, and the oldest one apparently was spending so much time like backstage and not doing well being in the
He had performance
enclosure.
anxiety.
Honestly, he probably was just fucking sick of people, which same, bro. So yeah, they've been relocated. So now the dolphins are gone. They probably won't ever bring back dolphins again. But they've all been relocated together since they were all bonded. They couldn't separate them. So I thought that was actually pretty cool of them, like to observe that, to take care of them. Disney's very well known for their animal conservation, so they took care of them, which made me very happy.
The Disneyland 70th anniversary begins May 16th of 2025, and Wondrous Journeys is returning at that time too.
Yeah, and Magic Happens isn't coming back. They're actually fully replacing it with Paint the Night, which is cool, but also I was hoping that they would get both. Like, honestly, might have made a trip to California to be able to see both in one trip. Because I've never seen Magic Happens, and Paint the Night is one of my favorite parades of all time. So
I wonder what they're gonna do. So, but what are
they're
they?
just not doing a daytime parade.
Oh,
I've never seen Magic
Interesting.
Happens either. Makes me sad.
I've seen all the videos, but
Yeah.
it makes me sad to have never seen it in person, especially because I love Todrick Hall. Shout out, Todrick was
Yeah.
in my top artists for 2024. Because, hi, I'm queer.
yeah, right. What was it? Pink Pilates. What?
Oh,
yoga
hold on. I can
strut?
read the actual pink. Yours was different than mine.
Yeah. Mine was Pink Pilates strut pop princess.
Mine was Pink Pilates Princess roller skating pop
Interesting.
era.
Hold on.
was
I'll
my
have to
August.
Bring mine back up. and
How come I'm
figure-
strutting and you're roller skating? What? What's the
Yeah, that really doesn't
difference?
make any sense.
I feel like I would be roller skating. You would be strutting.
Do you have roller skates?
I did.
I'm one up on you on that one. I at least own rollerblades.
Okay. I
They're
had
under the bed, but I own them.
and very quickly learned Shan should not rollerblade.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird because you.
Meg probably shouldn't rollerblade either. She falls a lot. But that's something I want to work on in the new year, to be honest. I want to get my skates out and actually like get to the point where I'm at least comfortable existing on rollerblades.
I'm trying to figure out mine. I'm having to all.
Well, while she's looking,
100,000 minutes.
they finally
of
announced that
Spotify.
Dinosaur is not closing in 2025.
It's going to be open through
Well,
2025.
They're saying this is the last year to visit it. They never actually officially announced it. But like some of the closures are still happening, obviously, like Triceratops Spin and all of that stuff for Dino Land. So there's some longer hours at Walt Disney World for the week of Christmas. They've kind of extended some closing times. Not that it matters for us because we're undesirables and we're blocked out, but you know, it's fine. It's fine.
Test Track is going to open in late 2025.
Finally. I feel like it's been closed forever. I actually told someone the other day. I had a client who was planning their like trips. They were visiting, obviously, the area. She was like, yeah, we can ride Test Track. And I was like, no, you can't.
You're not.
Sorry, pay attention.
So
Also,
I had Pink Pilates Princess Strut Pop. So is that the same as yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I had.
you gotta pay attention to these things, people. Like, if you're traveling, please look at park hours. Please look at closures. Please look at, like, be proactive.
Right. Right.
And then don't get mad at the cast members when the park closes at 6 p.m. or 4 p.m. like it is in January for the cast member night. So
Yeah.
It's been freaking cold here too. Like
Yeah.
the water parks have been closed for several days this week because it's so cold. And then I think my most favorite, but we haven't seen it yet, they added Ray and Evangeline stars to Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Walt Disney World.
Where?
At which
Somewhere.
part?
I don't know. They're
Oh.
somewhere in
Oh.
the ride. I just saw it when I
I wonder
was
if
looking
it's
at Disney News.
maybe at the end.
Possibly.
Yeah. With, like,
Possibly.
That'd be
But
super cute.
it makes me happy that Ray and Evangeline are there.
Yeah.
Also have not been riding Tiana's because it's been fucking cold.
old.
Yeah.
I actually thought on going on Cali River Rapids the other day when I was at Animal Kingdom, just because I was like, "There's no wait," and there's never no wait. I
Just do
haven't
it
ever
the
done
very
it.
last thing and then walk to the car.
That's what I thought about, and then I just left.
Or do
I
it
didn't
very
wanna
first
drive
thing
an
and,
hour
like,
back.
dry, and then
Cold
just
and
keep
wet.
your just change the clothes.
Yeah. So I think that's all for Disney news, though. Although, oh nope, I lied. There's a new Violet Sake slushie at Epcot, and I really want to go get it. Shan sent it to us today, and I was like, I need that. It looks so good. But speaking of trips to the parks, I tried to kind of do our own little like Disney Wrapped since we moved down here, but I haven't been very good about tracking, which is also something that I'm changing in 2025. But according to our photos, or I should say my photos on my Disney experience, I went through and counted. Because pretty much if we don't take photos with PhotoPass photographers, there's at least a ride that we ride that has an automatic photo normally. So according to that, since we moved in August, we've made 47 trips to a Disney park. Which, okay, that seems like a lot, but you know.
Well,
we've been
honestly,
here for 2
47
months.
seems kind of low to me. Like
Since August?
Well, since what's how many
Like
days?
mid-August?
Like one
That's
every
like
other
one every
day.
September,
3
October,
days,
November,
basically.
Like not even in December. That's like 3 months, so 90
Okay,
days.
I guess
so, like,
you're right.
more than half the
Every
days
other
since
day.
we moved here, we've been at a Disney park, which is fine. I love it so much. Again, it's very much the like go in for a couple hours, chill out. You know, like no plans, just vibes.
Yeah.
Hang out. 18 of those were Epcot. Shocker.
Not surprised.
Are we surprised? That was our
No,
number
not
one.
at all.
Coming in at 38%. 16 were Magic Kingdom, so 34%. Only 8 were Hollywood Studios. I feel like that number's actually higher, and we just didn't write anything that had photos.
Well, maybe. I don't know. We haven't done a lot of like sis stuff this year.
It's true, we haven't yet.
Yeah.
And then 5 were Animal Kingdom. A whopping 10%. So, yeah, that was our kind of our parks wrapped, but I most definitely created a spreadsheet to start tracking next year. And I actually kind of started in December too. Because I wanted to know like how many times did we go to each park? Like how much time did we spend? You know, like did we ride Guardians? What song did we get? What food did we try? And so I've made like a notes section and all kinds of graphs and stuff. Shout out to ChatGPT because it's been 57 years since I created anything in a spreadsheet. And so I literally was like asking Chat how to do
That's funny.
all of these things. So yeah, in December thus far, we've made 5 trips. Those 5 were included in that wrapped though, because I was counting photos. For a grand total of 16 hours and 55 minutes. So yeah, stats. If you guys want the spreadsheet, I will gladly send you a blank copy. And you can make your own Disney Wrapped for 2025. Although I did ask our Instagram followers too, like what kinds of things they would want to see on their Disney Wrapped. And the answers are cracking me up, to be completely honest. Because one of them was how many times I fell asleep on Figment.
For me, that's definitely how many times did I fall asleep on Living with the Land.
Yeah, right? My overall bounty hunter stats from Batu. Honestly, still never done that.
Yeah.
Should probably try that at some
Yeah, probably.
point. Dining ranked. So like where your top dining was, which I think would be cool. But
Yeah.
would kind of be hard to I mean, I guess if there was just like a built-in tracker that like followed you around, that would be easy. But I was like, how do I put this into a spreadsheet?
You know,
like-
Disney has the data. They just don't share it with
Right?
us. Like it's all on their app.
They know
have
where we
so
are
much
at all
data.
times. They
Yeah.
know where we are.
They could give us how many toilets we used, probably.
I literally
Which
realized
ones?
last night that the app changes based on where you are.
Really?
Like when you
Yeah.
open the Walt Disney World app, because we were at Springs last night for our anniversary. The location, like the background that says like "Welcome, Megan," and then there's like a thing behind it.
I wonder if we're close enough to Animal Kingdom that
The
it shows
location
our-
was Springs.
Oh yeah. So right now it just has the
Yeah,
thing.
that's what it looks like when I'm at home. But when
Yeah.
you're in a park or somewhere, it'll like
It changes
I've
to whatever
never
the
noticed
icon
that.
is for the park.
your go-to snack. I did put in a thing for like foods and drinks that we ate.
Gotcha.
And then time spent waiting in lines, which honestly would be a great statistic.
I know. I wish we could easily.
You would have to
like-
just because you are pretty good at like timing it based off of like, oh, we're walking in.
I'd
and
have
it
to like
says it's-
screenshot all of my timers because I do.
Yeah.
I set a
Yeah.
timer typically, but
But we would skew that so heavily with DAS.
we
so-
totally would. Yeah,
Yeah.
ours would.
So-
I mean, it would be our Disney wrapped. So what
Yeah,
are things
that's
that you
true.
guys would want to know if you could like get some?
How
wrapped
many
stats?
times I walked from one end of a park to the other and back to get two different things because that's where we dasked stuff. So we went to one end or the other.
Yeah,
It's like not
Yeah.
the distance, but literally literally from the furthest end to the other end.
I just have to point out that Go the Distance is on our TV
That's
right now.
hilarious.
I thought about trying to track mileage, but the way that my watch works,
Yeah, that'd be hard.
like because it tracks my like daily walking, I'd
Oh,
have to
yeah.
like go in and break it down based off of like
Fucking
the
math.
hours that we're in the park, and that
Yeah.
just I don't know.
it'd be cool to know, like at the
Apple's,
end of the
like,
year.
watch
like-
data. I don't know how you feel about it, Shan, but I feel like the
Yeah.
Apple Watch data is really hard to like extrapolate. Like
It is, yeah.
doesn't show me even for the next day. Like you have to do it day of, or
Yeah.
you can't see the sum of the stats, and it's really weird.
Yeah, no, it
Unless
definitely
y'all
can be.
know some way to do it that I don't. But
Weird.
I think it also depends on the version. Like my sister has a lot more stats on her Apple Watch than I do. I'm like, how do you?
interesting.
Hers like she can show like it'll tell her what her internal battery percentage is and like all of this stuff. I'm like,
What?
what?
Wild. Yeah, mine will show me like my steps for today. But if I go and like miles and you can click on it and there's like a graph based off of the hour.
Mhm.
But if you click on it for yesterday, it doesn't show any of that. It's weird. It like goes away.
Weird.
And
Interesting.
yeah, so I don't know. What about you? What stats do you want to know?
Number of chipmunk dance-offs.
Number of chipmunk dance.
Yeah,
How many
it's a
times have we
pretty
incite
fun.
to chipmunk dance off? Plenty,
I couldn't
I think.
the other day because Dale wasn't there. It was just Chip.
So it wasn't a dance off. So it was just dancing.
No, I just asked him to dance and I danced with him.
Oh,
Huh.
nice.
Yeah, it
Okay,
was still
well, that
cute.
works.
I don't know what else.
How many times we watched the fireworks?
How many minutes spent watching fireworks?
Yeah.
Number of times crying in Disney parks.
More than I would like to know. It happens more frequently than you would think.
I feel like that would probably have to be specified into like happy and non-happy tears.
Right.
For me at least.
I have anxiety and I cry a
Yeah.
lot. Don't yell at me.
Yeah, right? I'm literally just a girl. Speaking of fireworks, we put a poll up a couple weeks ago that was like, which would you pick for the fireworks shows? And I always love seeing like what our listeners want to listen or like what things they enjoy because I know what we like. But 58% said Happily Ever After, 35% said Phantasmic, and 8% said Luminous. And literally, when I tell you, I looked at this poll and was like, who the fuck answered Luminous? Shanira.
Mhm.
I love it.
I was like, who answered that? It made me laugh
Who the
so
fuck?
hard.
Oh, yeah.
Checks out.
Yeah, checks out, right?
One
cracks me up.
Harmony is back
Harmonious.
with
Okay,
I
but
want
Without the
enchantment back.
barges.
Let's be real.
okay, but Enchantment is coming back
I know.
in January, kind
Anybody
of.
wants to sponsor me to go to an after hours event so that I can see the fireworks show that I literally have tattooed on my body, that would be lovely. Okay, thanks, love you, bye. We also put up a poll for our viewers' favorite parks during the holidays. 6 votes for Magic Kingdom, 4 votes for Epcot, and then 2 each for Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, which honestly I thought the Animal Kingdom would be higher because of the Merry Menagerie.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite things, but I don't know. I feel like Magic Kingdom doesn't have that much in the way of
if you're not, like if you're not there for the party, or like if you're not on Main Street.
Yeah. There's some decorations like off in Frontierland and stuff. Like they've got wreaths and everything, but
yeah,
I don't know. And like Epcot's just storytellers and the Christmas tree.
I want to see La Befana again.
I know. We got to make it back during the day. We watched the German band the other night. They were hilarious. If you get the chance to go to Epcot and watch the brass band in Germany.
Yeah, the storytellers are really cool.
It's
really,
like honestly
really
one of
cool.
the things that I tell people about Festival of the Holidays, and they're like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're there, look up the storytellers. They're amazing. The band in Canada is awesome, and they're from like all over Canada. So they all dress up in like all these different like they're like native outfits, but it was like, you know, a cowboy and a punk rocker, and like,
it's like regional,
like
not
they're
native.
yeah, sorry, not native, but it was. Really
I do
funny.
have to say, I have a little bit of like a tiny little soapbox because like they tell a story about how the indigenous people, the First Nations people there, they sing songs to basically receive their gifts from their deities, and then they sang Christian songs. And like, I get it, I'm white, don't get me wrong, like, but I'm not as white as I look. I have a lot of Native American blood, and with the reservation schools and things like that, and everything that has come out regarding that, and the fact that they have found, you know, basically First Nations peoples were indoctrinated and kind of forced into Christianity and forced to give up their religions. So it just seemed, I don't think it was not meant to be malicious. And I'm sure that they do sing those songs now, but that's because that's what they have to do. And it just, there was a little bit of a little sting in my heart when they told this beautiful story of how the indigenous people, like, that was their tradition, and then it was like changed to Christian. And I was like, that's like culture erasure. And it was just like, that's a little sad. That hurt my heart just a little bit. So yeah, not anything against the, you know, the band or anything like that. It's just kind of touching on, like, you know, topical stuff, because not a lot of people would know that. Not a lot of people would know that the reason why it hurts is because of the Indian schools and stuff like that. So, but yeah, but again, they're really cool in terms of just listening. They the singer has an amazing voice. They have obviously been doing this for a really long time, like lots and lots of talent. It's just that I had just a tiny little like bone to pick with that particular moment in the show. So there's that. I still need that shirt that says I'm not as white as I look, but you know, that's fine. Father Christmas is awesome. He's always great. We love watching him, and he did mention the Druids, and told the story of mistletoe and how that integrates and stuff like that. So if you're looking to get like a little bit of culture into your, you know, Christmas stuff, definitely go see the storytellers for Festival of the Holidays. Highly recommend that for sure. Also, the food and drinks and stuff right now are really good. I'm excited. We've been working through those, so
yeah, we've been having to do like 2 things at a time.
Yeah.
It's like, we can do this and this, and then the park is closed. And then we can do this and this, and then the park is closed.
Yeah. Just trying to shove in as much as we can before we get blocked out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks. Something crazy like that.
It's like 3 weeks. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's like, in total. Actually, I think it's 3.5.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So the 19th through the 6th. So yeah, basically, it's like 2.5 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're always blocked out on weekends though, so, or at least we are. I know Shan's not, but we are going for New Year's, which is exciting.
Yeah.
First time for everything. We're going to Epcot for New Year's Eve.
I hope
It's
it's
gonna be
not
a party.
freezing cold.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I have no idea what the temperature's supposed to be.
I actually just saw a thing that says that even though we've had these like cold snaps recently, that it's actually supposed to be a warmer and drier winter because of La Nina. So I don't know. Who the frick knows?
As it's
I heard
set
it's
to rain on
warming up.
Wednesday.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably pick a outfit and then have to completely change it.
I know. Part of me wants to dress up and part of me just wants to be like comfy.
Cozy. Yeah.
I know. I have those like really fancy pants, but
I wish I had Mickey ears that were disco balls. I wonder if I can.
You can probably find those on the internet somewhere.
I love disco. I love disco. I love disco.
I found a sticker the other day that said Betty the Yeti's Disco Club, and it was a disco ball, and it was so cute.
Also, shout out to our skipper on the Jingle Cruise the other night, Aiden, right?
I think so.
He was awesome, hilarious, put up with our shit, like so many of the poor skippers do when we get on their boat.
Because we are obnoxious if we are nothing else. Let's
Yeah.
be
Have you
real.
guys seen the videos of the ones where like everyone like agrees not to laugh at all the jokes and like
Why would
the
you
skippers
do
towards
that?
the end are like so like
Aww.
they're like usually I
That's
would tell you about the
terrible.
backside of water, but like yeah, no,
Be nice
really,
to cast
like,
members.
What?
Also, the ones where they're like filming and they're like, I can't believe this skipper said this, and then it's like a bunch of shit where like the skipper's like cussing and like all kinds of crazy stuff. Those are very clearly dubbed. Please stop believing
Yeah.
them. Skippers cannot do that and would not do that.
Yeah, and you run the risk
so-
of getting people in trouble.
Exactly. Like let's leave people's jobs alone if we're
Yeah,
while
please.
we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More polls? Do you have any more polls for
I
us?
don't have any more polls. I do have some stats though. We more than doubled our follower count on Instagram this year,
Hey.
which is awesome. Actually, from December 17th of last year to today, which is December 8th. So
Which is
basically a
awesome.
year.
Considering that
Amazing.
we took
Considering that we took a break
6 months off.
for 179 days from doing our podcast. That's pretty awesome. So we just want to shout all of you out and say thank you for your support, and for continually,
Coming back and listening to us yammer on
yes,
about
and loving on
stuff.
us and enjoying, the content. We are definitely looking forward to doing more of that in 2025. No major moves planned for 2025.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. So hopefully this next year will be more like consistency and getting to create more and obviously
Learning
being in
more.
the parks more. So
Yeah.
so
Probably
I do have that
start
stat
doing
for you,
stuff.
but
That's
I kind
awesome.
of left all the like podcast wrap stuff for you since that's kind of your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I just had random stats from like Instagram and a few polls and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So if you ever see a poll on our Instagram, please always reply. We love seeing everything.
Yeah,
and
don't be
knowing what
like
you guys
me
wanna see
who
more
never-
of, and
Replies to her.
it's fine. It kind of helps us not skew it with our own opinions.
That's true. Which you're going to hear anyway if you listen to us.
Right?
So
Unless you're Shan, and then you can answer the ones that nobody else is going to answer if you want some votes for things.
Hey,
that
someone's got to represent the lesser, less popular.
popular. You're going to be popular. Any other social media stuff?
No, not currently.
All right. So without further ado, I have our Spotify for podcasters stuff here that I scribbled like chicken scratch on paper that I was going to redo and then didn't because I'm lazy. So 69% nice of our fans came to us in 2024. So welcome all 69% of you. I saw that number and could not stop giggling. So
Because I'm a 12-year-old boy.
because I am a 12-year-old boy. Our top episode was season 1, episode 12. It's a perfect MK day. And it was streamed 125% more than average. The US is our top country, which is unsurprising. However, we also have been heard in China and Egypt at 1.7 and 1.2%.
Interesting.
Cool.
Yeah. And then
I purposely didn't read this when you sent it to us because
Yeah.
I wanted to be
Yeah,
able to like listen
same.
and
And then with less than 1%, we are also heard in Turkey, Belarus, Mexico, Japan, Brazil, Ireland, and Russia.
Hey, shout out to
So
everybody
nice.
outside of the United
Yeah,
States.
seriously.
I mean,
if-
shout out to everybody,
guys.
but
if I don't know if you guys are using VPNs and routing through those countries or what, but if you are from those countries and you are listening to us, like leave a review, message us, like find us. I want to know where you guys are listening
how many
from.
countries total is that? Because I wasn't counting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, including the United States.
Okay, we're going for 20 in 2025. We're going to double it.
Yeah.
20 countries.
Okay.
That's the
So-
goal.
Yeah.
We can come back and listen to this next year and kind of set some goals for ourselves
Yeah.
and decide and see where we go in the next year.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. We are a top 10 show for 31 of our listeners.
Damn.
Wow.
A top 5 show for 21 of you people listening. And for a whole 7 of you, we are your number 1 show. So
I'm honored.
I know, like I
Thanks,
kind of
guys.
cried.
I want to
like,
know who's 7.
Yeah, what
what 7 of you are we your number
what
1?
7 of you jackasses have us as your number 1
bet you
show?
one of them is-
Missy.
I bet you one of them is Jason because he does not listen to podcasts unless it's ours and we put it on in the living room.
That's true.
Literally, look at that on the TV right now because we have Spotify pulled up.
Yep.
BRB Doing Disney is the only podcast on there. I guarantee you one of them is Jason. So shout out to him. We love you.
Love you.
The other
What's
6
sad
of
is-
you, yeah.
It wasn't even in my top 5.
No, it's not in mine. I know.
And I listen to every episode.
I was number 2 at least.
Yeah, no, I listen to.
I think it's because we just don't put out enough episodes.
I think
which
so,
We're
yeah.
gonna
My
fix
num-
that this year.
Yeah. No, for sure. No, I listen to so many podcasts as there's no way, and we just don't have the episodes.
Yeah.
But hopefully we will get to a point where we're back up to
Yeah,
you
one
know,
of 'em's-
posting more and able to get back into it. So.
One's definitely Missy, one's definitely Jason. And
Yeah.
also I was looking back at last year's stuff just to kind of find some numbers and Missy was like, I just started listening to the Wrapped episode and heard my shout out. So shout out to you again, Missy, for
we
being a
love
whole
you.
year of you listening to us.
I hope you're having
love
that
you.
beer in the tub after dropping
We
your
miss
kids
you.
off at school since there's no rules.
I hope that your number 1 artist was the same as Cass's in being the dramatic violin
Oh.
and all the Akatar vibes.
Yes.
When I tell you that we were all listening to our Wrapped and all started reading Akatar in March, and you could tell because all of our music changed to like fantasy
tavern.
like reading. For,
Yeah. Yep.
yeah,
it
that
did
was
give
when we
us-
started reading.
It gave us our creator personality, which is a nonconformist, and it didn't give me any information on what that means.
Okay.
I mean, that sounds right
adds up.
So, but I mean,
It
I
adds
like
up.
it. Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
So whatever algorithm that they pulled that off is, we are a nonconformist, and we have a 5-star rating.
Hey.
So,
Hey.
We have a
Um,
5-star rating on Spotify with 7 reviews. Again, I would like to more than double that in 2025.
Yes, please.
So if y'all listen to us and
please like,
please, yes.
star, review, follow. Again, it's all free, and all it does is help push us through to more people and get us out there and allow us to continue to keep doing this. And hopefully eventually get some sponsors and be able to bring you even more like better quality content, more frequent content, things like that. So feel like
We
if
have
you
7 on Spotify and 5 on Apple.
yay,
So
could also look on Amazon
a
Music.
review that I haven't seen on Apple. Okay, I'm gonna read it now because it's so cute. Hello, I'm a fairy apprentice from Walt Disney World BBB. I actually met one of the creators during her trip in Magic Kingdom. She was sweet and wonderful to interact with. She gave me a sticker and told me about her podcast for Disney adults, and I just couldn't resist. I'm currently 2 episodes in and loving the vibe and sweetness everyone in this podcast has. It's amazing, has cute moments, and can give a person a little magical day every time you listen to it. For me, I will say that this Disney podcast has an official Magic Maker's approval.
Aw.
Okay, wait, who is
Okay,
that?
but
So sweet.
Kathy Awesome 6. So this was from April.
Aw.
Was that
I
you,
feel like I need
Shan?
to
I guess it had to be me, yeah, because
Or
Wait a minute,
when
what
I was
time?
there in the end of
Oh,
March.
that's true. Yeah, you were there in March.
Because I was
Yeah.
there with and gave out stuff too.
So it had to be
I
one
don't
of those
know,
two.
one of us.
Yeah.
But thank you.
That's
Shout out to
sweet.
you.
Oh,
thank
I need to be much
you.
better about paying attention to Apple, which is terrible because I listen on Spotify a lot, which is I think why I miss a lot of the Apple stuff. So yeah, definitely gonna be looking more on Apple, but we have a 5 out of 5 with 6 ratings on Apple too. So shout out to you guys for loving on us.
We
Like,
yeah,
appreciate it
no,
very much.
seriously, it's those types of things that like make me want to keep going and come back, and yeah.
That's why
So
we do
that was
this.
really sweet. I'm glad we got to see that. So,
yes.
but that's everything for that I got off of the Spotify Wrapped for podcasters, for creators. So,
I can't stop laughing thinking about if like Audible did a Wrapped and like if they made it comedic.
oh my god.
Smut. You listened
You
to Smut.
dirty
That's
little-
all you listened to.
Are you sure
Was
you
Smut.
listened to Akatar graphic audio?
You heard
4
the word
times
You
this
heard the
year?
word quivering member 17 times. Your favorite fairy is
Your favorite bat boy.
Cassian.
duh.
Cassian.
Isn't that everyone's favorite bad boy?
I mean, Resand, but that's-
He's overrated.
yeah. Speaking of, because we're gonna be an Akatar podcast. So, I just
No, we're gonna stick with Disney, I think.
So, but just for a second, we're gonna go off on a little Akatar moment for a second. So I was everybody calls Reese the king of choice. You know, like, oh, he gives like his whole thing is like he gives people the choice, and he's, you know, like choice. I want you guys to go and look up what the Norwegian word for choice is, just real quick.
I'm nervous.
I'm gonna insert dramatic violin into the
I know.
silence.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know if I like that.
Did you pull it up?
I don't know if we're looking at the same thing.
Norwegian word for choice. Just do choice in Norwegian. Yeah. So, you haven't read Throne
She
of
hasn't
Glass.
read Throne of Glass yet.
No- Oh, that's why. I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Nope,
here.
she
Yeah.
doesn't know.
Yeah. No. Okay. So I can't spoil it for you. Just know that you should read it. I haven't finished it, but
Me either. I've been struggling.
I'm still struggling
I've been
through
reading
that tandem
Blood and
writing.
Ash, though.
Mm.
I'm on the 3rd one.
I never finished Silver Flame Confession.
What? Okay,
I'm-
we are
wait,
not
hold
listening and
on.
not judging. I am judging you so hard.
Excuse me. This
It's
is a safe
so
space.
good.
I'm sorry. The story of it is that the stories of the other ones are more prominent. There's a lot more smut than there is actual like plot.
You're trying to tell me
Like-
that you read Akatar for the plot?
I like a good balance personally.
She's like, there's too much smut in my fairy smut books.
No, I like that's why I like Fourth Wing better because it's more like it's like there's a little bit there, but then
Tell
it's
me
like,
who the
we're at
youngest one is
fucking
in
war,
this group without
and
telling me
people
who
are
the youngest one
dying.
is in this group who's talking about like the teen fiction.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think it's distracting from the plot.
I have cried every listen of Silver Flames. I have cried.
It's so
It's so good.
I hated her. I hated her
so
much. I'm not like in love with her or anything.
No.
But I hated her before I read
Yeah.
Silver Flame.
yeah, no, Sarah J. Maas did it.
We're not giving anything away. We're just
You need to finish it, and then also suffer through Throne of Glass with us, because
At this point, I need to spark notes the first half because I don't remember it. I only remember the smut. Like
the good part.
put your hands on the headboard. It's always YUD, never.
Okay.
She's like, do you not remember that part?
I just like I I don't think it's that good. I'm sorry. I love you
Blasphemer.
guys, but
Get out.
I read the Love Light Farm series too, which was really cute, about like a Christmas tree farm. I don't know if you guys have gotten into any of those, but
No.
very much not fantasy.
That
but
seems
still
like a Hallmark.
Yeah, it sounds like a Hallmark movie.
It's more smutty than a Hallmark movie.
It's like if Silhouette or Harlequin Romance met a
Kind of. It's not that dirty, but yeah, they were pretty good. They were easy reads.
yeah.
I'm more than doubled my reading challenge for this year.
Nice.
So
I am
and that also doesn't count the
currently-
rereads.
I'm currently probably a little more than halfway through Glow of the Everflame. Spark of the Everflame was really good.
Okay. I haven't even.
I think it's a good like balance between is it Rimpian? How do you say it? The Fourth Wing series.
Empyrean.
Like, Empyrean and ACOTAR. Like in
Okay.
terms of like where Empyrean seems to fall a little on the like slightly younger side.
It's definitely a teen,
you know.
young adult. Yeah.
Yeah, like foray into like actual adult.
Yeah.
And ACOTAR is on the like kind of on that other side of that spectrum. This falls in between that
Okay.
when it comes to that. The first book wasn't super, there's not a lot of smut in it. It's not super spicy. And really it hasn't been super spicy getting into this. I think it's gonna I don't know if it's just because it's maybe supposed to be a little bit younger or if we're just playing the slow burn game, but the story is really good. So I'm really
Every time you say it, I just think of Everlight from. It just went out of my brain. The Critical Role, because she's the Everlight, the little small girl. What?
Pike?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, I was like,
My brain just took a shit.
I didn't hear you say it.
Thank you.
She's a
Yes.
paladin.
What's the series though?
No,
But
Legends
the
of Vox
show.
Machina.
Oh, Vox Machina. Yeah. Every time you say it, I think of Vox Machina because of the Everlight.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that's not what you mean.
Yeah.
But that's what pops in my head
Yeah.
until I read it.
So, yeah, I need you guys to read Spark of the Everflame with me, please. And thank you.
Okay.
Anyway, that was our
That was our foray into book talk.
book talk.
book
20
cast.
minutes later.
Yeah, right? This
Yeah.
is what happens. Hi, all my friends are queer and neurodivergent. Tangents
And
are
then,
just
and then
side quests.
and we put microphones in front of our faces.
yeah, right?
So, anything else? Are we?
I think that's all the statistics we have.
Yeah.
I think just as an overarching, like our last wrapping it up was more in 24. I think we definitely did more of a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think 25 is gonna just kind of be our year to settle. And I don't mean that in like we're settling for anything. I mean like we're
Chill
finally
vibes in
got
25.
jobs and finally chill vibes in 25 but also to work our asses off, you know, like
Yep.
everybody's kind of working on their own projects.
I made my
and
first pair of ears.
doing their
and
own
finished
things.
them.
Yes, I had my first sale on Meg that was not someone that I knew.
Oh, that's
And then also
exciting.
within the same week had my first repeat customer, which was awesome.
Yay.
Shout out to Amanda. So that's been really cool, and learning Etsy and all of those things has been interesting to say the least. But I think both chill vibes and a lot of hard work are going to go into 2025.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm excited to see in a year where we're at again. Things are growing, things are constantly changing, and we're constantly changing.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. We're learning a lot. It's been so amazing to be in the park more often and meeting people
Mhm.
and meeting the cast members and like getting to interact with them and going back and like seeing them and being like, "Hey, how are you?" and like really connecting and, you know, reconnecting with our friends who live
Mhm.
down here and being able to have like holidays with them. We spent Thanksgiving with JC and Lorraine, and like it feels more like home than I think St. Louis did.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Honestly.
can totally agree with that.
Like as much as it's been a learning curve and just an overall kind of crazy experience, and we're only 3 months into this, you know, and we're just now getting kind of settled into everything. Being able to have the spark back to start the podcast back up when it could have just been just as easy for us to be like, no, you know, like not really, don't really necessarily want to do it. But like being here has provided so many different ways to like spark joy and be like, that's what I can do. I can do this. Like, this is what I want to do. I know that for me, next year is going to be working really hard on doing more sewing stuff. I used to be a cosplayer and things like that, and I've been really missing it. And actually being down here in a place where there's a lot of those things happening has really sparked that. Again, like doing the podcast, getting out there, like wanting to be into like content creation and being in a place that gives that inspiration has been awesome. And it feels like got that like little bit of a like life back into, you know, into life essentially. So I'm very, very grateful to be here and to be here with you guys. And
We have a lot of friends visiting too coming up in 2025. Like, I can already look at the first few months in my calendar and see all the blocks where it's like, this person's going to be here, and this person's going to be here, and this person's going to be here. So if you're ever in the area or you're from the area and you want to meet up and hang out, just let us know. Like, we are always down for that.
I'm going to set another goal for us.
Oh, okay.
That we are going to plan and do our own Pride Night.
Yes.
This year.
Pride Night is happening
Yes.
in June for sure at Epcot.
We'll do some kind of meetup.
We're just going to do it. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. We'll start figuring out how that all works and everything like that, and we'll get it up on the social media and stuff like that, gauge interest and things like that. It'll just be like a meetup, but it'll be a very cool, like, you know, we'll be at Epcot and it'll be probably like a Dapper Day type situation where maybe we do it, you know, across a couple of days if that works out better for people. But we'll figure it all out. It's going to be a little bit of a logistics challenge, but that's one of my goals for this year, is because we talked about that last year.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we're here, definitely easier to make that happen.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I would
sure.
love to do that. So yeah, sometime in June,
Yep.
a Pride Night or a couple Pride Nights, just like meet up, show Disney that it's a, you know, a point of interest, and maybe we can get
Something
some cool
that's
stuff.
wanted.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one of my goals for this year. So anyway, you guys have anything else? Anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this up? Huh. Didn't mean to make that a pun, but
Oh, I thought you did it on purpose.
nope. Nope.
Do you guys have like a top moment from the year, or one of them you'd like to share? Probably Disney related.
I was
But-
going to say, I don't know if mine's one single moment.
I was gonna say.
I would say never getting over the fact that I have to drive under Disney signs to get home.
I was thinking about mine as we were talking, and I think literally like one of my top moments was like just being able to have everyone over here, like with Arnold and Heather and
Yeah.
JC and Lauren, like being able to have all of our friends together.
Yeah.
was
miss
really
our
nice.
friends.
I do too.
Yeah. You know what's really fun? Is they're like 20 minutes away, with the
I know,
exception
right?
of Arnold and Heather.
It's fine. We're just
But-
going to claim that they're going to buy a house down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on that, guys. I know you're listening.
Forget the Tesla, buy the house.
We love
Yes.
you guys. And also get down here.
I think one of my favorite moments has just been, again, I don't think it's one single moment. It's the fact that if I have a bad day, I can go enjoy myself somewhere where I'm truly happy, you know, like even if it's just for a couple hours, or the fact that we live somewhere that's like this beautiful. Like, I look at our place and love it, and you know, like, it's just been wild to think that we're here, and that a year ago, literally like today, we were here and we were like, fuck, why are we going back to St. Louis?
Right.
And
sprawled
now it's
out
been a
on the
year
floor
later, and I
at
think
Bonnet Creek.
I think the biggest thing for me is we literally came down 3 months early. Like, we weren't supposed to be moving until right now. And all the moments that we've had here since we got here, we could have not had. Things
Yeah.
could be really different, you know? And so I think that's my favorite part about this year is we got some extra magic.
Yeah. The magic was
So.
calling and we answered.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this will come out before Christmas. So
Merry
whatever-
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Feliz Navidad. Is it Happy Kwanzaa? Kwanzaa?
I think so. Let me double check. Whatever holiday you celebrate and however way you celebrate, happy that to you.
Yeah.
I hope that
You have a very merry always.
those
And a wonderful
things. Kwanzaa
holidays.
is December 26th through January 1st. So yes.
Yes. Happy Kwanzaa. Blessed Yule.
Whatever you celebrate and whatever way you celebrate, I hope that you got to spend it with people that you love and in a way that makes your heart happy. And yeah, go find a little magic in every day.
Yeah. Happy holidays. Be safe, everybody. Hug your loved ones.
Always.
Know that you're safe here if you ever need to reach out. If you can't have loved ones around you, know that we love you.
Thanks again for being here.
Yeah.
Yep. Always, 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 always thankful for all of you.
Yep. Have a very lovely rest of 2024 and go into 2025 with a bang, whatever that looks like for you. I know it's going to look for us. It's going to be fireworks and, raves around the world at Epcot. But with that, keep dreaming and keep believing, besties. This is BRB Doing Disney. I'm Cass.
I'm Shan.
I'm Megan.
And you are the magic.
Look at me.
The nervous laughter.
Don't look at me. I'm like sweating already. I have been for like 20 minutes.
Shan's like, eventually this episode is going to end and I'm going to have to say the words. The words.
Oh no,
He
words.
just keeps talking forever, so we never have to sign off.
BRB Doing Disney is an original podcast produced by the hosts. Additional support provided by our friends and family who we love very much. We're so grateful for you guys. Original logo created by JG Designs. Intro and outro song called Winner by Max KO Music was remixed by myself for the purpose of this podcast. BRB Doing Disney is not affiliated with Disney or its IPs, and the opinions expressed herein do not reflect that of the company or its employees.